Hello everyone, this is Austin-Sensei and welcome to some news. I wanted to do this video actually, and I asked you guys on the community tab and most of you voted yes, so we're gonna do it. So we have quite a bunch of topics to talk about. We have Evangelion coming to Netflix, we have Slime out dethroning Konosuba, and we're gonna talk a little bit about Goblin Slayer's chart from Crunchyroll. But anyways, let's get into the first one. Evangelion is coming to Netflix in, I think, 2019 spring or summer. I don't remember the exact time. It's probably going to be spring, but that includes everything. Even, I think, the movies. The two movies. Not, I think there is... Yeah, two movies. Two movies. I had to be quite exact there, but not a big fan of Evangelion. I actually watched it when I was younger, rewatched it, and it didn't have the same value. So if you do want to rewatch it, do know it's not going to hold the same thing. That kind of happens with me, especially with Gurren Lagann and a lot of the other animes I watched as a kid. I rewatched and I'm like, wow, that's why I won't ever touch Astro Boy again. I know it's not that great, but I'm kind of happy that they're getting this. But at the same time, for you fans, there you go. You got it. You have somewhere to watch it now, Netflix, which I'm a bit surprised Netflix got it, not like Hulu, but hey, Netflix gets all the old stuff. And hopefully, people can watch it finally that have been saying it's the best mecha anime, even though they have never watched it, but, we may actually have a big turnaround, but I doubt it. But I'm happy at the end of the day, because that means there's somewhere to watch it. That's just kind of how I think about it, instead of people just saying they like it without watching it. I don't know if it is on Kiss Anime or one of those free websites. Probably is. I wouldn't be surprised, but there's some other animes that I can't find, even on Crunchyroll or Netflix or anything like that, that I still have to go find myself. But anyways, let's get on to the next one, which is The Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime. Let's pause this if you want to actually read this, but going on to another thing, it was actually put in the newspaper in Japan, and I love this anime. I really do. I've read the manga. People have complained. I seriously don't get this complaint. Oh, he's so overpowered, and he doesn't. There's no challenge him. But I'm like, but you watch freaking Overlord and don't complain about Ainz. Remember, there's literally Ainz, but the good Ainz, not the villain Ainz, but overall, I'm very happy, especially Konosuba. Konosuba has been up there for a while, and it's kind of funny because most of these mangas are wicked old. And seeing the further list, we see like Goblin Slayer. And for Goblin Slayer being so brand new compared to these other ones, I thought it would do better since people are talking about how it's the best anime. That's kind of what I would figure, but Damachi's outselling it, and Damachi is relatively a very old series. We're going from web novel to light novel to manga. That thing's old. We had No Game No Life at 10. That recently just restarted itself. Yeah, but I'm very happy for The Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime. It deserves it. It is a really good manga and a really good light novel. I do highly suggest, if you can find it. I don't know currently if it is in the US being sold, but if not, I highly encourage you picking it up to read, because it's just one of those really good mangas that I enjoy. Especially, I enjoyed How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, which I would go to next after finishing this. I don't know, I'm a big sucker for fantasy animes. I like them. But anyways, let's get on to the final one. Chart for the top fall, anime, and for America, it's Goblin Slayer, which I'm thinking this is going from the first episode, because everyone and their mother watched the first episode of Goblin Slayer. I have heard about and seen things. I know people are like bringing up articles. Go look it up yourself. Yeah, I'm telling you that, because it's not that hard to find. It really isn't. With Goblin Slayer losing the majority of its audience in Japan, and losing a lot of people. No anime, besides Darling Franxx, well, that was towards the end. No anime goes from an 8.4 to a 7.6 within a couple episodes. And being the person that's read the manga and actually read the light novel, it has me questioning where White Fox is going with this anime. I'm going to be honest, the anime sucks. It really does. And I know people want to defend it to the ground, but It's just, from a person that's read the light novel and the manga, they have cut out a lot of things, especially Lolly Priestess's scenes. They made the Goblin Slayer in this anime a weaker version of who he really is, and it annoys me because he isn't what he's doing anymore. I mean, I'm calling it Demon Slayer at this point. With how many episodes that we had so far? There was only 3 major goblin slaying stuff, but so much talking for an action-packed anime. This is the basic reason why I don't like White Fox. I'm not a big fan of White Fox. They ruin a lot of stuff, and it's just, I know people love ReZero. I think ReZero could have been completely turned around and been a spectacular anime, not having to wait for the end to be that great. That's just my opinion with Goblin Slayer, and I don't agree with that list. I don't think it's accurate whatsoever. If it is for episode 1, I can understand, but anything else after, I would see like the time I was reincarnated as a slime, because everyone watched that too. And it's just, we didn't have Zombieland Saga on there, and it pisses me off. Crunchyroll needs to lie, and the thing is, it doesn't surprise me, because this is what they're going to do to people. Since it's not performing as well as it is, they're going to make up, oh, everyone's watching it, so why aren't you watching it? It's a cheap psychology trick, but it works most of the time. I mean, most of you people still buy the McRib, probably. Even though it's not that great, but besides the food, it's just ruining Goblin Slayer. I'm very disappointed, and if anyone tells me that I'm wrong about it's not following anything, you haven't read the light novel, you haven't read the manga. Go pick it up right now and you see the huge difference between what's going on. And yes, we don't hear about his background right away. I'm kind of happy that it's in there, but it's just, White Fox has destroyed something that would have been a very amazing action anime, but it turned it into something that it is, and it pisses me off every time they skip all the way towards the end of it. Oh, he's going to go slay demons, because they are the cause of it. Who cares? He's supposed to be going after goblins. His phrase is, it's goblins or nothing. I don't care if it doesn't have goblins involved. It's just, these action scenes too aren't as well as they should have been in the manga. I mean, yes, they cut out a lot of stuff because people were complaining. My only complaint with the entire thing was it didn't offer anything to the story. It offered to the atmosphere, which doesn't make it actually a valid argument point. If you do storytelling, if you ever go writing, I mean, this is bare minimum. This is the bare minimum freaking thing that... It's not my preference. It's what is accepted around the world. You throw that at someone, they're gonna laugh at you. And little did you know, probably, the manga isn't what the author wanted. The light novel is what he wanted. The manga artist was a very crazy individual, to say the least, but that's why I feel bad for this author. He is getting his series mutilated by White Fox. It just makes me upset, and I wish someone else would have done it. Look at 8-Bit. 8-Bit's doing a good job with the time it was reincarnated as a slime, and they're taking liberties that actually make the anime 10 times better than the manga. And it's very rare when it happens. I'm not being that person, oh, the manga light novel is better. There are some animes that are way better than the manga and the light novel. And look at How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. I think it's a really amazing thing, honestly. It's just, that anime was really well done, and it's just well executed. And look at Yuna the Hot Springs, well executed. They took liberties to make the story that's a bit crazy to follow a bit more sensible. It makes me happy to see that kind of stuff happen. And then we have Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul Re. Look, that's enough I gotta say, to say the least. It's just, I'm happy that Slime is doing good. Goblin Slayer, they need to fix a lot, and I know people love that series, and they're going to defend it to their grave, because it's the whole, put a lot of time into it, and I don't want to seem that I wasted my time. I get that, I really do, but like me, I play 7 Days to Die. It's not a great game. I find enjoyment in it. I accept that it's not a great game. That's just how I accept certain animes. I may enjoy, certain animes that people don't really enjoy. I know people don't like High School DxD. I don't think it's personally the worst anime. I think it's better than most animes. But people look at it and laugh at it because it's an ecchi. It makes me laugh. I mean, come on, Damachi's outselling Goblin Slayer. And people rank on Damachi. Come on. Yeah. But it's just, I enjoy Goblin Slayer's light novel. It is a very well done light novel. Manga wise, I think the manga should, if you're not ready for stuff that's crazy, it is rated 18, or well, currently I think it's rated A, because it literally is that borderline thing. But it's just, the anime should have been really amazing, but they did the same thing they did with ReZero, the same thing they did with The Devil's a Part-Timer. They took things out and mixed things up, and it just makes you question what they're thinking. It's just, I think White Fox needs to start reevaluating how to do their animes, because I don't want it to turn into, so far Goblin Slayer isn't as bad as Tokyo Ghoul. Even though people enjoy Tokyo Ghoul, I can understand where people are coming from. They enjoy Goblin Slayer because of its action, but I know this is, I hate saying these kind of things. It's just a person that's coming from the source material and saying that that's what it is from there. It's a joke itself. Now, I hope it gets better. I really do. I tread through watching Goblin Slayer, just realizing that they skipped so many chapters and cut so many things out, cut so much character development, and changed the main character. It just makes me stay up at night and wondering what the hell is going on over there. It really does. But anyways, guys, that was my little rant with my news about certain animes. What are you hyped for? Are you hyped about, the slime getting all this praise? Are you happy about Evangelion? I know I can't pronounce it always, but yeah. Are you upset about Goblin Slayer like I am? I wanted to put this in its own video, but I'm like, might as well include it in this because it's here and it'll be done, kind of thing. But anyways, guys, this is Austin-Sensei signing out. Peace.